Right guys, so today we're going to have a look at Jess and Matt, and this is an old wedding, so it serves two purposes. Let's look at how we used to work 3 years ago, how our compositions have changed. I obviously no longer use Flash, and I just thought it would be a fun video to make, like look at some old work, see if there's any sort of nuggets we could maybe salvage. And I mean, don't get me wrong, these were lovely images, and they're lovely images now, and people will be more than happy with them. But obviously, the way I shoot now and my editing style has completely changed. I don't use off-camera Flash. So I thought, would it be interesting to have a look at old images that I've shot before, and like these don't ever get shown anymore because they don't fit my style. So can we find some nuggets out of these and maybe get 20 images might be decent enough? Maybe just make a blog post on the website and put them back on, because I went on that bloody effort of travelling 8 hours to the Isle of Skye, stayed over. These guys came up with me as well, Jess and Matt, and then drove all the way home for 8 hours. It was an entire weekend. That was a lot of effort. So yeah, it'd be nice to put it back on the website, but again, you'll see some of these photos are completely, they cannot be shown on how I work now. Again, you do not want to be shown outdated work that totally doesn't represent how you shoot now. If you've got blog posts on your website and it's just totally, like for me, I dropped off camera Flash, so you see no off-camera Flash work at all in my website, Instagram, anywhere. It is gone. You don't want people finding that and then booking you wanting it, and then you have to say, oh, I don't do that anymore. So let's have a look in Lightroom. Let's go. Right, here we go. We'll start with Jess and Matt. So this was shot on, I think it was the 26th of September. So it was the 26th of September 2020. So things was, we were allowed to travel again during COVID. I no longer use wide angles like this. I was using a Samyang autofocus 14mm f2.8 for these wides. So if I just bring up my metadata, so I shot these on an A7 III and an A9. So it must have been, I got an A9 and I still had the A7 III, and I hadn't upgraded the other one till I had two A9s. So A7 III and an A9, shot on 35mm f1.8, the Samyang AF 14mm 2.8, and was that it? I mustn't have used my 85 at all during that shoot. Just strange. Oh well. Let's move on. So let's have a quick look. Let's do 2 lines at a time, just so you can sort of see. So quick look at the first set. The Old Man of Store. You can sort of see we've got flashes up there. God, it was windy and it was absolutely freezing. Yeah, absolutely bitter. So that was the first 2 lines. The next sequence was sort of by this sort of railing area. Again, there's stuff here I just wouldn't use anymore. And just doing stuff like having the couple separated, trying to go for quirky poses, backlit silhouettes. It's just not an action. It wasn't a really nice area to shoot, really. We've got this bloody metal fence and stuff. Bride and groom chopped off at like the hips and feet and stuff like that. I mean, Flash. Went all the way to Isle of Skye wanting this, like, you know, the moody, ethereal type light and mist and maybe a bit of rain and stuff. I got there, it was like bloody Tenerife. So like bright. It was just like, yeah, just work with it. So that was the other sequence. These are edited. We'll unedit them in a bit. Again, it's worth just looking through your old work, and it's very interesting. So all the rest of these images were shot up on the keyline. So I'll just do a little section here. So this is like sort of a first section. There's definitely something we can re-edit in here. definitely. So, grid. I mean, what was I doing there? What was the point in that? What's the point? You know, compositions, flipping out. Right, I think it was one of these, won a Wedison award. It was maybe that one. No, it was that one, because it's got a star on it. Right, anyway, let's sort of show you this little section here. So, we were using flashes and then taking them out. Because the sun is obviously to their right, you can sort of see the shadows coming across. The next section, we just sort of went for a little walk before we did a lot of jumping stuff. Let's have a look. So a little walk, landscape shot. So these walking ones would definitely fit with how I shoot now. This one, they've got the legs in, brilliant. This one, not so much. I like their expressions. We might crop that in, see what we can do with it. The jumping ones, probably not going to use anymore. Again, it was just back in my days where I was still trialing stuff, you know. I just, over the years, I mean, there was a point where I discovered Pablo Laguia, and I changed my editing style overnight to look like Pablo Laguia. What the hell was I thinking? Everything was ended up like this matted green look. That lasted about 9 months, changed. Then at one point I signed up to Victor Lax on Patreon. Brilliant photographer, absolutely amazing. Amazing what he does. It's not my style. But for a good while, I thought I was Victor Lax. And I had people jumping through the air and just doing like random quirky stuff. You know, it's still great images. Just totally not my style anymore. So we've got these quite wide shots where they're just tiny in the frame, you know. When everyone goes through that stage, small people, big landscape. You know, yeah, let's move on. Grid. Let's go back. We're nearly there. Last set was sort of them just on this bit of the keyrang while I was on the other side shooting across. Yeah, let's just see if we can find some images worth keeping and re-editing. Yeah, I've got mag spheres here, just sticking to a light stand. So, yeah, carrying all the flash gear and heavy-duty light stands up the old man of store and stuff, and this was quite fortunate. Keyrang, you can drive to the top. So that's a first look at that entire set. So, and probably as we look through them, what I'll do is probably just reset every image, guys, and then we can sort of then edit them from scratch. So reset every image, so they're resetting. Okay, they're reset, so if I come back out, and we should sort of see them change now in the grid view. There they go. And then I know some have already got stars on them, so we'll add stars and take stars away. So let's zero everything out, because I mean that silhouette there had a 2-star on it. There's no way I'll be keeping that. So I think any of the landscape type shots like this we can probably keep. I'll crop them in so they look a bit more 35mm-ish rather than 14mm. My colours may look different as well, because obviously these were shot on different lenses. So this is obviously a Samyang. So I'm going to go through and 1-star that. If you want to skip ahead, I'll put the time stamps in. So if you want to jump past me doing the editing selections and then just get to the editing, that's totally fine. So keep that. Could probably keep that one. Yep, keep. Too wide for me, I think, that one. See, that one at least better. We've got, whoa, what the nerf. So at least we've got shadow on highlight. So that's the bad thing as well. I think possibly the sun was setting over here, so we're in an entire shaded valley, which isn't the best. This isn't the best. We've got dark on dark, and again, sort of kind of fight that. The sun's beyond this ridge, and if I'd exposed for these guys, this would be totally gone. So again, remember, these are all shot in 2020. Totally different to how I shoot now. And if you've never been to the Isle of Skye, it's worth going. You come across a bridge to get onto the Isle of Skye. I felt like I was going to a different planet. Just, the scenery was amazing. Yeah, something that'll live with me forever. I'll definitely go back. Right, could possibly use this one again. let's not have a look. So that's a TIFF, so can't use that. It's it was obviously edited to take out a light stand, but you can see even the editing back then, it's a bit HDR-ish. We don't want that. Yeah, so there's the before. So we could re-edit this and take out the light stand. So we've obviously had to introduce that light because you can sort of see how dark it is here. Again, it's a TIFF. We can't use the TIFFs. Let me go up to the metadata and let's just do a file type and get rid of the TIFFs. File type. So there's 24 TIFFs. We don't want them, so we just want the RAWs. Right, so let's just quickly go through. Possibly we'll crop this right down. Again, you can sort of see the difference of having the flash and not having the flash. Creates a bit more of a silhouette effect. Let's try that one. Here's me trying to light them up from this side. I was just resting on a rock. Another scene. Again, why the fuck am I at F11? God only knows. Wow. Maybe I just wanted to include the background? No idea. Don't ask. Yeah, we won't be using any of these. It is mental, like, how much you change over the years. That's why if you're in your first year of business, even second year, you will shoot completely different in 3 years' time. Keep this one. We're obviously at an observation deck or something. Again, why the hell am I at F10? The only thing I can think of is I thought, oh, let's try and get these mountains in the background, but no idea. Wow, Jesus Christ. F16 on the 14mm. I'm not going to be using much here, guys. There might just be a few images to edit. Keep that one. Right, again, F3.5. Why am I not just shot at 1.8? I can just assume it's for the background. No idea. I mean, this is so annoying. Why the just move the camera down, old Ray. What were you doing? There, at least that one can use. Yeah, it must have just looked too out of focus. Maybe it's the background. No idea. We can keep that one as well. Probably keep that, but I think there's better. See, that's a bit better. Yay, your 1.8. Way. Keep that one. It's funny, this wedding dress is mine. I bought it from ASOS, I think it was, just to do like shoots where, see, the flower crown's mine as well for Etsy. That blanket's mine. That blanket lives in my boot. So we just, yeah, so I have a wedding dress in the garage. So anytime I want to go and do a shoot up a mountain or something, it's there. So let's just keep moving on. The difference with flash and not. So sometimes flash can benefit. Let's add that as a, we might be able, no, not doing any of these weird crops. Definitely think we could use the 35mm here. Let's go this one and we can just clone out the light stand. Great, why? Keep that, keep that. Definitely keep that one. This is definitely more how I would shoot something now. I'd crop that in slightly. So that's definitely a winner. Yeah, yeah. I might keep that and crop it in. I might just make it a more definitive crop so it looked intentional. No, keep. Should we keep that? Go on, we'll keep that one. Actually, keep that one. Take away the last one. Ah, that's much better. See, I'm not a big fan of small people, big landscapes anymore. My whole thing is people want to be able to see themselves. Stuff like this looks nice, but like I want to be able to see their faces, you know. Just my opinion now. Not the biggest fan. Again, quite a nice dress. I've got that in the garage, like I said. Might use it again at some point. Might be able to use this, get rid of the stand. That one won an award with probably Wedison, I think it was. I'll keep both of them and we can see what looks the best. You know, I think we've probably reached our limit. Yeah. Right. So how many have we selected? So onto the editing stage. Not bad. 27. So what I'm going to do is pick this image here. Was it that one? That one. So I've got them all selected. So let's put the preset on. And once I've finished editing these, we'll have a little look back at what they looked like before. So colour. So this is why editing's quite important. Right, let's jump out. And then I may add 3 warms. 1, 2, 3. 2 tints and a single big tint. And then let's watch that update. Not bad. Develop. So that's our base. If anything, a little bit purple, so it might need a bit more warmth. That's more warmth. Yeah, it looked a bit better now. Right, we'll use that as the base, and then we'll edit from there. We might have to take away and add stuff. We don't know. Should we just edit that one image first? Seems sort of my favourite probably from the entire set. Right, the drive is out, so I can't really zoom in 1:1. Let's crop it first. So let's pull this in a bit. Try and keep this peak, and then just sort of try and level that horizon line there at the back. Just see what it looks like. Cool. I'm going to get rid of the salt bin. Nice. Right, let's have a look. Doesn't need any more purple, because we've obviously got a lot of green. Probably around 51, 6800. So if I copy the white balance from this image, place it on this one, let's see if that instantly makes it better. So we should be able to see. Let's go to there and press paste whilst watching. Yeah, it does look a lot nicer. So let's just paste this on all of these images here. Should we just put it on everything? Yeah, just put on everything. Deselect. Right. Let's start back here, and we'll do this section first and then go back to the first day. So, because the Old Manor store was shot on the day we got there, and then the Keylang was the next day, and then we drove home. So let's pull that right down. Nice. So before we reset this, it looked like that. So it's very green and blue. Whereas now it looks more homogeneous. Again, this is probably 14mm, so it's a bit too wide for me. Let's drag it all the way down. Set that again, just the colour out of that sand yellow, it's not the best. Pull that magenta out, a bit more warmth. It's a bit just too bright, really. I'm gonna get rid of it. 0. Right. It's obviously too magenta. Let's pull it back a bit. Try adding some warmth. A bit more magenta out. A bit more in. I'd say probably about there. Before and after. So you can see little cars moving along the path here. So let's see if we can just get rid. Probably fix this bit here. Yeah, that'll do for me, I think. Some little houses. Oh, nearly missed a guy. So we'll get rid of this guy here and the blue coat. Nice. Right, let's pull the exposure down a bit. So that looks nice to me. Let's move on. Right, see, the magenta doesn't look too bad in that shot now. Pull it back a little bit. Right, bring it in a bit. Pull the exposure down. Nice. So let's have a look beforehand. So you can sort of see how the editing has changed a lot. Ah yes, if you look at the bottom of the image, it looks blurry. So back then as well, I used to add a gradient on each side with the sharpness pulled right down to blur the edges. Don't ask me why. I think I saw it on another photographer who at the time I thought was quite good. I figured that's the in thing to do. So don't follow what other people are doing. Find your own style and stick with it. It's my advice. Right, I'll pull out a bit more purple. Looking good. Apply that same to this one. So this needs quite a heavy crop. Right, and then subject pop them because they're a little bit too dark. And then I'm going to add a linear gradient and add that foreground into that as well. Again, before and after. Okay, let's fix this crop so they're centered. Interesting going back and editing like 3-year-old photographs. Add some dodge into them. Pull that down. Pull out some of the magentas. So before, after. Some people might prefer this, that's fine. But I much prefer my current editing style. So that looks nice to me. Paste previous. Let's pull it in a bit more. Nice. Right. Pull this right down. Pop dodge there. Wrong button. And then it doesn't need it so much on her. So I'm just going to take that away from her face and the top. And then just increase it a bit more. Right. Pull the magentas out. And then I'm probably just going to crop in a tiny bit. A bit too small in the frame. Right. Let's see what we can do with this bloody light stand. The shadows on the floor and everything. So it's having a bit of bother. So let's just try and make it a bit more. We'd have to take this into Photoshop, and I don't want to do that. So guess what's going to happen? I'm going to put it back to how it was. Reset settings. There. That's how it was. And I'm leaving it. So that can go a distance. This one's fine. Let's move it in. That looks nice. And then just pull the exposure down. Pull the magentas a little bit. I'm going to add a tiny bit of dodge here. Next image. Pull that down. Pull the magentas out a little. Get rid of the salt bin again. Kind of steep this so I can understand why I've put salt bins there. I'm going to get rid of this reflective puddle. Oh, still there. Let's try again. So that looks pretty good. Couple of sheep there. Just pull it down a bit more. Yeah, it looks, might rotate it slightly. Next image. Let's just paste previous. Get rid of the heels from that. Reset. Right, and then I'm just going to draw in some manual exposure here. Let's fix the crop a little bit. Pull it in. Don't need that much sky. Right, and then we're at the image sort we did before. Pull the purples out again. So before I added them in, but now I'm taking them out. It's just how your eyes see things. Okay, let's just pull that up a bit. Keep the top of that ridge in. Paste previous. A tiny bit of dodge. Fix the horizon level about there. And then this one needs the horizon fixing. Hopefully we can do a good job of chopping her foot off. It'll have to be about there, I would say. Just pull that down. Pull the magentas out. Bit of dodge here. Take the bin out. In the background. Right. Let's pull this right in. Let's do a bit more of a deliberate crop. Straighten that up. Let's add a tiny bit of exposure to Matthew. Pull it out. Pull the magentas. Get more warmth. Right, we're getting there. Pull that right down. Pull the magentas out. Get rid of the salt bin. Get rid of this puddle. Pin more magentas out. Bit more warmth. Before and after. Apply the same stuff. And then just pull that exposure back up. So that's fine. It looks moody. Again, had not been such a bright day, and we had more of a overcast day, rain and bit of cloud, the exposure of the entire image probably would have looked a lot better because it would have been more what's going on? It would have looked a lot better because everything would have been more homogeneous. Pull the purples. Right, we're getting there. Let's pull this down. Pull the magentas out. It's fine. Same on this shot. Pull the exposure back up low. I don't think we'll be able to get rid of the light stand, so I'm just going to get rid of it. Pull the magentas out. Right, let's crop this down. Again, I wouldn't usually do it. Something like this now. Add some exposure up here. Probably even all that, to be fair. And then just apply the same thing, really. Just lift the exposure up. Right, and then so we did this set here. How does that look as a set? It's not bad, is it? It's not bad. Yeah, we could definitely get away with using them now, I would say. Yeah, so I might whack them on the website. So let's have a look at these first few and then we're done. So this needs a heavy crop. Christ. So let's just go for this bit here. There's a massive crop. It would look a little bit better if I plugged the drive in as well, but it's fine. Take the magentas out of this and just pull it down. Add a bit more warmth. Okay, let's do the same. Bloody hell, I mean, why am I shooting things that wide? Bloody mental. 2020, wow. Let's pull that in a bit. And then next image, same thing. Let's just pull it in. Probably do that as a crop so you can see the old man of store. Add a little pop dodge to them. Let's brighten them up a bit. Right, bit of warmth. Let's move on. I'm going to apply the same as what I've just done. Reset. Let's just pull this down a little. Right, I'm going to add another subject pop. And then I'm going to add the foreground with a linear gradient. And then I'm just going to draw some manual exposure in again. Right, needs more warmth. Fair bit of warmth, actually. Right, we need to get rid of these jump. Not the best. Let's try again. Yeah. Let's just do a manual. Yeah, manual worked a bit better there. Right, so that looks alright. Tiny bit more warmth. Again, I'm not going to bother with anything with light stands. This one, we're going to have a go. Let's add preset from before. Reset the crop. Reset the heels. Reset the masks. Right. So now I'm happy with everything. I just need to sort of make the foreground and them sing a little bit. So add a brush. I'm gonna brush this in, and then can even duplicate that. Duplicate brings it back. Tiny bit HDR-y, but we're alright. We'll make do. I've heard it before. That'll do. Right. So like, we'll just pull it back a tiny bit, and what I might do is add a dodge to the sky. Right, done. Let's have a look. So we've gone back 3 years to the time of COVID and re-edited an entire set of photographs that, yeah, we managed to save, what, 6, how many was there? 23 photos out of 121. Wow. It's making me want to go back and just reshoot it with my current skill and experience in editing and lenses and cameras. Might organise that. Could film it. There's a YouTube video. You can tell these ones have had flash put into them as well. Be interesting to go up as well and photograph on a totally different type of day. Again, this day was so bright. Yeah. Could actually get in touch with another photographer who I know who used to live in Durham near me and has now moved to the Isle of Skye and is more an elopement photographer. Might put me up for the day, for the night. It's worth an ask, isn't it? Anywho, I think that looks alright. What do you think? I think I will put them on the website, so you can head over to the website and have a look. The link will be in the description. But yeah, that is editing an old wedding adventure shoot, I used to call them. But yeah, I hope that was worth watching and you got something from it. If not, and it was mildly entertaining, hit the like, drop a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Toodaloos.